Can you think of a specific spot in your home, a closet, a drawer, a shelf, an area that you've been avoiding? I have had this spot in my bedroom. We have this storage unit that our TV is on. We don't normally have a TV in our bedroom, but we have been house sharing for so long. And in doing that, it's just easier to have our own space in our room. So we brought a TV in here. It has two shelves underneath, which I just kind of started filling up. We can't possibly have a void. We can't have a vacuum. Any spare space is going to get filled up. It just seems to be the nature of the beast. And in decluttering, we are looking for these areas that aren't really serving us. These are areas that end up being inactive. They're not really usable. They're just storing stuff. And often they are storing things that we may never use. Well, on these shelves, I started putting books. Every time I would buy a new book, I would thrift an old book, I would be given a book. All these books that, of course, I planned on reading someday have been going on this shelf. Now, I have been avoiding this like the plague. And today I want to talk about why we procrastinate with the areas that are bothering us the most. Welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm going to dive right in and completely declutter these two shelves. Well, I just started grabbing books and making piles. It took a while to go through everything. I didn't set my timer, but I did work for about 15 minutes. Now, one of the best definitions I've heard of clutter is delayed decisions. And that is so often the case. I don't know where to put this. I don't know if I'm going to use it or how I'm going to use it. And so therefore it just gets put somewhere. These things get collected over time and we have decision fatigue. We just don't know what to do with the stuff. So we put off decluttering. Now, we need to realize we can have lots of options or we can have a peaceful space. Sometimes when we are looking at our items and we're thinking, I might need this. What if I do need it? I certainly can't get rid of it. And what I've recognized in my life is that I have been operating out of fear, a fear of lack. That keeps me holding on to stuff. What if I need it later? And I'm so afraid of that I'm willing to hang on to tons of stuff. I want all the choices. I'm tired of living in fear. I'm tired of letting that run my home. If there is something that I've decluttered that I absolutely need, I can go out and get it again. And even if I couldn't, can I live a happy, fulfilled life without the thing? I think I can. So I am just really ready to be free. Now, a second reason we procrastinate is because these items remind us of the guilt we already feel. So for me, that is, I bought too much. I thrift way too many books. I've wasted my money. Why aren't I reading more? Now, a third reason that we procrastinate decluttering is because of the statement it makes when we get rid of things. When we pass something on, when we donate things, when we trash stuff, we are essentially saying, I will not use fill in the blank. I'm not going to use this again. Now, this is especially true with hobbies. Now, again, you're not actually saying this, but this is the statement that can be made when you give something away. I will not read this book. I will never paint. I will never use these frames. I will never knit. I will never make donuts at home. I will never have big parties. I will never garden. Whatever the things are that maybe you thought you would do, but you don't do, or you've never tried, getting rid of the things that you purchased to do that activity and then donating them is saying that you don't plan on doing that thing. And that is hard for us to do. That is hard for us to admit and hard to say. And so because of that, it's so much nicer to just say, I might knit. I might paint. I might make donuts. And that feels better to us. And so we leave ourselves open to all the possibilities and our home stays cluttered. Cupboards and drawers filled to the brim. We can't find things. It just really doesn't work. Here's the stack to ask my husband about. I also have a small stack of devotionals for Christmas time, and those will go in with all my Christmas decor. I have a pretty small pile of things that need to go to church. So that's an easy one. Then I have a stack of books that actually I want to keep, and these are going to go down on my bookshelf. These are kind of current reads, or I'm trying to decide what I'm going to read next. So these are something I need to go through and make some decisions. But again, I no longer want to just stack things up with the I hope to read these someday, because keeping them here right in front of me, every day I could see these, but we learn to ignore what we see, and pretty soon I didn't see them at all. So that is a failed system. So I don't have any problem with putting the books that I want to read on my bookcase, and when I'm ready for a new book, that's where I'll go. Now, my tallest stack of all is the donate pile, and I'm so happy about this. Let me do a quick count. 26 books. That's amazing, and this feels really good. And I am just telling myself this is guilt-free. I do not need 1 ounce of guilt because I didn't read these books, or I'm not going to keep these books. I mean, I read Sink Reflections. Fly Lady, are you kidding? I read this decades ago. In fact, let me see when it was written. 2002. I don't think I'm going to read this again. If I need a little refresh on Fly Lady, I'll probably just go to Pinterest. So I don't need that. A lot of these books I have read, but I will not read them again. Some of them I thrifted, hoping that I would read them, and I'm just in a phase of my life where I have a pretty good idea of things I'm not going to read. And again, this is where we get a pass. We get to move on without feeling this guilt and shame that we didn't read every book, we didn't use every type of makeup or cleaning supplies, we didn't wear every piece of clothing that we thrifted. Every time we declutter, it gives us a new look into who we are and the season we're in, and it helps us know what to buy. It helps us to see our patterns and to have a better idea of the things not to buy in the future. So decluttering is not just about getting rid of stuff, it's getting a new mindset, and that is worth its weight in gold. What area in your home is driving you crazy? Why have you procrastinated? Begin to think that through, and then set a date, put it on the calendar, set your timer for 15 minutes, and go for it. I would love to hear what you are hoping to accomplish. Leave a comment below, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider that. It is completely free. It is just a vote for the content that you want to see on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me today on The Peaceful Home. Happy decluttering, friends. I pray the peace of God fills you to overflowing and surrounds you as you are getting rid of the things in your life that don't contribute to a peaceful home.